Give me Isaiah 1. Give me Isaiah 1 because it's pivotal that we go over this information. And before y'all walk away, y'all understand exactly who y'all are. Because the Christian church, this world, the TV programming, they pay billions of dollars to keep this secret from our people. I want to show y'all something. Listen to this, because the brother said, I don't know my nationality. How old did you say you are, brother? 44? So 44 years of the earth, that you walked the earth, you didn't know your nationality. Let me show you that's biblical prophecy. Listen to this. Read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know. My people does not consider.
Now, when you examine know of his owner, an ox is a dumb animal. If somebody say you are dumb as an ox, you're going to be offended. You might want to throw down. Right? If they call you a jackass, they saying you dumb as a donkey. It's gonna be the same thing. But God says these two animals, they know who they are and they know who they come from. But the Israelites do not know. That's us in this world today. We walk around and we don't even consider who we are. Did y'all know? How many of y'all attended the Christian church coming up? Granny never took you to church? Couple times, okay. In the Christian church, Gio, help me out. In the Christian church, did they teach you God had a chosen people? No, they never told you that.
They did, but it wasn't us.
You said what?
They did, but it wasn't us.
They did, but it wasn't us. What about you? Did they teach you God had a chosen people? Give me that in Isaiah 40. 44? Listen to this. I want to show y'all something because this stuff that we coming out, this is basic concepts of the Bible.
That's right.
But the Christian church is failing our communities by not showing us this. And before you leave today, we gonna prove without a shadow of a doubt, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are God's chosen people. Listen to this, read what you got.
Isaiah chapter 44 verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen.
And who?
And Israel whom I have chosen.
Now, Hakeem, right? Who did God say he chose? Israel, right? So, God says, Israel, my people do not consider. They do not know who they are. He says they are the chosen. Let's dive deep and figure out who Israel really is. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28. I'm going to show you this because this is something that we should have learned in the church. But this is something that T.D. Jakes, who the big pastor here? Creflo Dollar? Creflo Dollar, they not teaching this in the church. That's exactly, they about their money. Listen to this, read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now, this is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. He says, if you obey the commandments, and listen, you will be set above all nations of the earth. Now, if you look at our communities today, are we above all nations, Gio? Negative. We are the slums. We at the bottom of society. We at the bottom of the totem pole. Do you agree? So that means we must have not listened to the Lord thy God. So let's see what the flip side is if we disobey the commandments. Read what you got.
Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
If we do not listen to the commandments, let's see what's going to happen, Gio.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
These what?
curses, shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, is a curse a good or a bad thing? It's a terrible thing, right? A curse is a biblical judgment from God. He said, if you disobey these words, all these curses is going to come upon you, right? Let's read out of the Bible some of these curses, and you tell me if it's the people who in Christianity, they said was the chosen people, or if it's us. Listen, verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now, when you look at all the cities in America, we in Atlanta here. Now, where do the black people live? In the hood, the ghetto. I'm from Detroit. The whole city is the hood. And that's where we live at. We in the slums, in the ghettos. We being shot down by the police. We being incarcerated higher than any other people on the whole continent. You feel what I'm saying? This is a curse from God. When you walk down your street and you gotta be paranoid when you see that black truck with the tinted windows because you don't know if it's a drive-by,
That's right.
that's a curse from God.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Is this real stuff to you? Now, read the next portion.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
When was we cursed in the field? Young man, when was we cursed in the field?
Long time ago.
Long time ago? You said, what did we have to do in the field? We had to pick the cotton, the tobacco, the sugar cane. America became a financial power force in the earth off the backs of our ancestors. Even today, your work field, we can barely hold on to a job. You might work, you work, brother? You might work for a company where you know you are the smartest person in the room, but you end up having a manager be a white man, be the Arab man, and you know you got more common sense than this person, but they put that person over you.
You gotta train your supervisor.
Exactly, and that's what they make you do. You train your replacement. That's what you gotta train your own supervisor. This is what happened to us in the work field even today. We say a long time ago, but it's still going down today. It has never stopped. Read on.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Now your basket and your store. These is what we call today your banks and your businesses. Where is our basket? Where is our banks? Where is the black-owned bank? You know? Let us know so we can go pull up and we can go invest. They rarely exist. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, when we did have our own banks, we had our own schools, our own malls, on Black Wall Street. What did they do to us, Gio? Give us a history lesson. What did they do to us?
They bombed.
They dropped bombs on the black man. They tell us we not adequate enough, but soon as we show that we can, they drop bombs on us. This is a curse from God. You got to think about it. If we the strongest, we the most intellectual, we the fastest, we the greatest people on the earth, why we can't come out of this situation?
Right.
That's because there's a God that we made a covenant with, and we broke our side of the covenant.
That's right.
Brother, before you leave, I want you to understand, you are not an African American. You are a child of Israel, an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You understand that, brother? Read on.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Now, when you look in the grocery stores today, majority of the food that come in our grocery stores, they come from where? Where are the cattle? Where are the foods, the produce that we eat? Where did it come from? Factories, the white man, right? So, when you eat those GMOs, when you eat those different poisons, you eat all those different stuff, the worst of the worst that they didn't want in their communities is coming from them. That's a curse.
That's right.
Jump up to verse 32. Read what you got.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Now, I like to stick to these basics right here because a lot of people don't know this, right? It says your sons and your daughters will be given, thank you, Capo, to another people. Who is our sons and daughters given to, Gio?
White man.
The white man. Now, there is a man in Israel today. He says he is a Jew. He says he's the Israelite. He's the chosen people, right? Did this happen to him? Is he cursed in the city? Is he cursed? Is his stores and his banks cursed?
Bring it out.
No. They've amassed wealth we ain't never seen on this side. You feel what I'm saying? But us, we go through this. We went through this. Our people, read that part again.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Now we could have came over as a group, as a family, all of us brothers. They sold Gio to Mississippi. They sold this brother to Georgia. They shipped you down to Florida. They shipped us up north, and we never see each other again.
Right.
This is a curse of God. Right. And this is for the disobedience. That's why what Cap was just going on earlier, what Cap was bringing out earlier, concerning the change in the black community. The reason it's so important because if we do not, there is a God who is going to bring a judgment upon us. Y'all understand that, right? I'm gonna show y'all. Before we go to 68, let's go to Hosea. Yeah, finish that up.
And thine eyes shall look and fare with longing for them all the day long.
All the day long. So when our children was took away, what can we do about it? Not a damn thing. You seen the movie 12 Years a Slave. When they took the young lady's children, all she could do was cry. She just cried her eyes out because we don't have no military might. We ain't got no economic might. We the only people on the nation on the earth that don't have an army.
That's right.
If a war pop off right now, the black man in the middle of the hood getting high, he don't have no army to defend himself. The Arabs got an army. The Europeans got an army. The Chinese got an army. The Japanese got an army. Where's the black man's army?
That's right.
Let me help you out. You looking at the army of the living God. Go, give me that Hosea chapter 4. Listen to this. Read what you got.
Verse 6.
Verse 1.
Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Now who is he talking to? Huh? Now we starting to get the point. This Bible been talking about us this whole time.
That's right.
But we always think this man right here taught us everything white was right. This man right here told us all people should be equal while he had his foot on our necks. You feel what I'm saying? God is saying he is speaking to the children of Israel. And this word right here is what? Read it again.
For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
God said he has a problem what's going on in our neighborhoods. He got a problem with the black man who has not stood up in his rightful role. He has the problem with the black man who has chose being a street Negro over a man of God.
Right.
He has a problem with the Christian man who has chosen to worship this white Jesus over the true son of the living God, Jesus Christ, the black Messiah.
That's right.
Read on.
Because there is no truth.
Now when you look in our communities, is our communities based on truth? No. The young man, he walked up with a cross. He thought he was good. His foundation was on a lie. Most of our mothers, our grandmothers, they go to church every Sunday, foundation on a lie. You feel what I'm saying? There's no truth in the land, no keeping of God's commandments. Read on.
Nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing.
By swearing. Everybody, I swear to God. On my mama. Y'all heard this before? On my dead homies. On big cuz.
On God.
On God. By swearing, these is the things which God is upset about. You feel what I'm saying? Because a man look you dead in the eye. Did you steal my cheesecake? He know you stole it. On God, I ain't steal it. And lie dead in your face. This is facts, right? Read on.
And lying. And killing.
And killing. And killing. And killing. You look over in Chicago, what's going on in Chicago? The murder rate is rapid. Even here. You know what I'm saying? Even back when I was in the streets, I always subconsciously felt like, damn, I could die any day. I just go outside. You know what I'm saying? And we all have that same mental thought. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't see, we grew up around death. A lot of our cousins is dead. A lot of our cousins is in jail, brothers, people who was close to us. But due to the fact that murder is running rampant in our neighborhoods, it affected us in some type of way. Is that not true? Read on. Stealing. Black man, a lot of black men hate to work. They rather take what you got instead of clocking in 9 to 5 and getting them a job. They rather do a B&E, break in another poor person's house and steal his television, steal his clothing, his jewelry. You know what I'm saying? God has a problem with this. Read on.
Committing adultery.
Now, we getting it somewhere, Gio. Committing adultery, right? Even in the rap music today, what rappers love to say they did? No, hold on, don't go nowhere. Before you go, I got a question for you. Your nationality is what?
Everybody is
Israel.
And you know that because of what?
I just learned it.
I want to show you one last thing before you leave now. Hold on. We're going to come back to Hosea. Give me the 68. I want to show you one last thing before you leave, right? Because this is how you prove without a shadow of a doubt we are God's chosen people. We are the Israelites. I want to show you this before you leave, and this is important. Listen to this. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, when the Israelites initially left Egypt, they was what in Egypt? Huh? They were slaves. So God says you will go into Egypt again. Do you know what Egypt means?
Heaven.
Huh?
Heaven.
Heaven? No. The exact opposite. I'm going to show you. Listen to this. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what? The house of bondage. So the word Egypt is synonymous with bondage, right? So we're going to go back to this now that we got more understanding. Because before you walk away, you need to know this. Right? Listen to this. Read what you got.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring you into slavery again with ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You shall not see the promises that was given. Remember, we read we were supposed to be on high. We were supposed to be set above all nations. We were supposed to have our own land. Have we seen that land? Have we been set on high? Have we seen any of these things since we was brought here on slave ships? We was packed on cargo slave ships. Have we felt any blessings from God? No.
Yep.
Read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
Once we got off the slave ships, we were sold to who? The white man. But what did God call them? Huh? No. Well, they is the devil. But we got to read it in context, like they like to say. Read it again.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemy.
To who?
Your enemies.
So what did God call them? Our enemies. Right now, we're going through spiritual warfare right now. That's why it's important for you to learn this. Because you are a descendant of the children of Israel. And it's time for you to come back to your law, statutes, and commandments. Did you get the flyer? All right, finish this out for him. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
The word buy is an old Quaker word, which goes back to redeem. Many black leaders tried to raise up and get us out of this situation, but we still here. You had Marcus Garvey, you had Martin Luther King, you had Malcolm X, you had many leaders. Yeah. Get the sign. Help me out, bro. Look at this sign here. You had many Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, who they murdered in his own home. You got Huey P. Newton. You got, say that for me? Felipe Luciano. Cesar Chavez. You got multitude, Kwame Ture, right? Many leaders who rose up and tried to stand up on our behalf. Were murdered, gunned down, shot down. We are still here. Why? Because there's only one leader ultimately who gonna raise us up in these last days, which is who? Who? Us? Partly true, but it's Jesus the Christ.
That's right.
That's why the whole world is waiting for his return, because when he returns, he's coming back to save his people. You understand that? I don't think you do. Yes, sir. Now look at these different revolutionaries. Oh, come forth. I know you got to go, but this is some good stuff right here. You too, young man. Come forth. Now, these is different African revolutionaries who stood up for our people. And when he says we should not be bought, even though they tried their best, they was unable to get the ultimate goal, which is our people freedom. You got Kwame Nkrumah from Ghana. He was exiled, and he ultimately got sick, so-called sick, right? But he was exiled from his own country. You got Patrice Lumumba from the Congo, executed. This is black revolutionaries we talking about. And it's important for you to know this history, because God is raising up a new breed of black revolutionaries with this Bible.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word